again, this is for people that haven't heard, Heaven 101. Do all children who die go to heaven? What about aborted and miscarried babies? And I'm going to add, what about people in atheist countries? What about Muslim children? What about Hindu children? What about any and all of children? Do all children who die go to heaven?
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, they do. Even those who are, if they're conceived, and let's say maybe they don't make it through the 9 months, they don't even make it through 4 months. At the time the heartbeat is heard, life begins. Life begins at conception. So even if you only carried it for a couple months and that baby's lost, that baby is still a baby. It's a real baby. It had a heartbeat. It had everything. It had a spirit of life in it. In the Bible, God says, I knit you together in your mother's womb. That doesn't mean he put your arms and legs on. That means at the time of conception, when life begins, he sends to the Holy Spirit your actual spirit of life, that's you, from himself. And Holy Spirit comes and he knits that and attaches that little spiritual man or woman, whatever it is, little baby, attaches it to you in your womb. And he knit that, because if he didn't, that little spirit would probably go right back to heaven. So he attaches it in the womb of the mother at the time of conception. Your guardian angels are sent right then at the time of conception, and they're waiting on the baby to be born, and they'll be with them their whole life. They usually are the ones who take them back to heaven. So yeah, life, there's going to be a spiritual body, there's going to be a soul. And babies don't have decisions. They can't. Their will is not even really quite activated. They're innocent. And everybody talks about, back in our days, the age of innocence. That means when you're not innocent against evil, you choosing evil. That, not talking about evil being done to children. I'm not talking about that. When you get to the age where you understand good is good and bad is evil, and if you choose that, that's when you go from the age of innocence into like what a normal age human being who would be accountable at that time. You are accountable for all your choices and decisions. But every single child, whether miscarried, aborted, or for any other reason they die, every single one of them are going to go to heaven. Even in foreign lands where they didn't know that there was a Lord, and they didn't never receive the Lord, when their babies died, their babies all went to heaven.
So good.
And God does have a reserve for all those who didn't make it there. Those babies are there, and you will literally get a child from the reserve and raise them as your own if you've never had a child. So God's going to make sure they do eventually get parents.